All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to another week of some League of Legends action here in the MCL Esports Twitch channel. Tonight we have CGC versus MCC up on the docket for y'all tonight, and joining me is the lovely. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Mehmet. Mistakenly Beamon, very much. You can just call me Emmy though. I am the captain for the PV team. I'm the jungler. That is Ramus top, by the way.
I'm gonna lose it.
That's Ramus top. Okay, so who's the support then?
I want to turn.
What do you mean who's the support then? I guess it's Sante's going bot lane. All right, so tonight we got CGC versus MCC. So just jumping straight into draft. On the side of MCC, we have Set, Jarvan, Vex in the top lane versus Ramus and Zach LeBlanc. Ramus thought it was gonna go jungle and maybe see either Zach going into the top lane or the support role, but it appears Ramus top, which is rather interesting. The only time I've ever seen Ramus top is when the boss does it, but the boss also does a lot of things I don't approve of. So
I agree with that.
all
Interesting.
right.
So we have a Senna Cassante bot lane. No, we do not. We have okay. It's a live switching around.
Okay. It is Chad Sante in the bot lane. I don't know what is happening.
They are moving around a lot.
Swapping everything. All right. So I'm just gonna hope they let it lock in here. All right.
I'm assuming this is it.
Okay. So, as our resident jungle expert here, who wins earlier on in the ganking sort of pressure, Jarvan or Zach?
It's definitely gonna be Jarvan. I mean,
yeah.
You got to look at his level 2, his EQ combo. That's more than enough to gank anything. Even I'd say probably up to level 4, Jarvan's gonna have the advantage. If I were Jarvan, I'd either get some early ganks in or look for an early invade, try to get Zach out of the game as early as possible.
Mm-hmm. And then, so you think that that Jarvan 4 is just going to always win those earlier, just sort of stuff. But Zach Ramus, Zach LeBlanc, do either of those strike to you as like good 2v2 combos against
I think if they play it right, Zach Ramus can be a problem. I don't know. I haven't really played with a LeBlanc very much. I don't know. I don't know how LeBlanc really pilots. So, I mean, I'm looking at Jarvan Vex, Jarvan Set. I like Jarvan Set a lot. I think that's a good combo. They can do a lot of damage there. Jarvan Vex, if they want to dive, they can pretty easily. But we'll see. I mean, if I was Jarvan, I'd play for topside all day.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then in the bot lane, we have Senna Cassante versus Draven Thresh. Now, Draven Thresh is a little bit more back to basics sort of thing. Thresh, pretty much any playmaking support with Draven tends to be good, just because getting them the ability to cash in and snowball that Draven ahead is a really, really big deal. But Senna Cassante, it's a little bit of a curveball we got there. So
Yeah.
how do you think this one's gonna pan out?
We might see Cassante moving around the map a lot. I'd assume that's what he wants to try to do. I don't know. Cassante is good for his dueling, so skirmishes, I don't really see him being that strong in this case.
Do you think that the that any like the Senna and Cassante like abilities, do they combo together well? Can you like make some sort of weird odd combo with like the flip or something?
I guess I guess after 6 you could take ADC out of fight as Cassante, but I don't know. I really don't. I don't know what their plan is going into this. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen.
All right. Well, So I guess with this chemical X variable that CGC is bringing to the table this week, we'll have to see what happens in this game one. It'll be interesting for sure, but I'm a little excited for it because I
I
do
know.
like these odd picks.
I'm excited for the Rammus top action. Actually, I'm really not.
What? Why are you not
Yeah.
excited for
No,
Rammus top, bro?
I don't know, man. I played against Rammus top. Like when I get autofilled in ranked and I play top, I always play against a Rammus for some reason. It's not fun. Let me tell you,
But he's funny.
it's not great.
He says okay. Do
He
you
goes
not feel
okay.
it? Yeah. Do you not feel okay when when you play him?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Get him out of here.
All I know is that if Rammus gets ahead in any sort of form in the top lane, he starts destroying people for no good reason. Uh, and yet he still builds full tank. It's really a sight to see.
All right. Well, jumping into it here, we can look at the little summoner spell collections that they have. It looks like both top laners chose to go with that teleport just to make themselves a little bit more versatile around the map. That probably means that unless there's some ganks coming in early, I don't think that Rammus is really going to have that much pressure on him from set. Neither jungler went for like any of the weird stuff we see with like Ghost, so I guess neither of their champions really do much with it. Looks like we're going for an early invade. Defeater taking a lot of damage. Are going to be able to take him down immediately. A lot of gold handed over to Draven. Wolf's kind of happy to take him down as well. Flash and use. Just going to be able to get away. Back passive is gone. Ooh, big hook going to land on Chaosity, and they might be taken down as well. Wow. A very big invade there. Of the Dawn picking up 2 kills and an assist. That is quite a bit of gold going into the pockets of MCC here off that first play.
I mean, that's gonna be really big, right? You look at summoners now. Top lane has nothing. Mid has no flash, no ignite. Support has no exhaust. So those are 4 really big summoners that you don't want to lose level 1. We see Jarvan actually going top here. Same with the Zac. Which is interesting because I figured they would try to play for top lane a little bit more. So I guess we can see what they're up to. I'm kind of expecting Jarvan to do maybe a 3 camp clear. Or he might just full clear here after getting that successful invade protection. We'll see though.
And then we see in the bot lane we got a Caulfield Warhammer coming out for Draven, so that's just a good chunk of some extra damage there. You know, just 25 attack damage and some ability haste always goes nice. Let's see here. So now, do you think that now with this successful invade protection that they got on the side of MCC, do you think that now Bai is going to be able to push that forward and be even more aggressive for those earlier ganks? Or do you think that they're going to more so relax and hold back and try and let their lead grow a bit faster?
I think if it were me playing Jarvan, I would capitalize this as much as possible. I mean, Zac doesn't have passive anymore, right? We have mid-prio too, so if I was Zac, I'd clear, after my top quadrant, I'd probably look to invade. I mean, without passive and mid-prio there, it just seems like a free kill in my eyes.
The secret is for fight.
Oh, yeah.
And Jarvan is there to cover a flash immediately used by Peppa, but Flash is going to come in from both the jungler and the mid laner. The personal space going to take it down the Zac.
I mean, that's just beautiful right there, right? Jarvan, after clearing his Raptors, his Wolves, he sees maybe Zac wants to gank, bring his team back into it, so he covers it. Really good timing on his part. Now he can just farm, and he's going to be ahead in farm and kills now.
All right. Looks like Katana in the Hat is playing Ring Around the Rosie here with Xe. Does have a 1-level advantage. It's just going to be walking them around, trying to get them to miss some farm. by having the wave run itself into the turret. Sky J can play them back, and the hook is going to land, but Defeater using the Cassante unstoppable to not get dragged in there. Really smart play by them. Looks like Pep is looking for a gank here, but Vi is also here. And they're just going to be picking them up again. Defeater now in a bit of a hot seat. So just going to be able to get back out, dragging them in.
That's really good patience from Jarvan. Not sure if he meant to cover that, but sitting in that bush, not being spotted at all, kind of baiting the Zac into the gang, and then taking care of that. Really nice.
Looks like they might be going for a turret dive down here. Vex is in the area, and no real big stopping abilities on the side of CVC. Looks like SkyJ is going to die for it. Looks like Vi is going to go down as well. Dizzy getting ignited, but it's going to be taken down. So it's going to be a double kill going over to Of the Dawn, but he does manage to trade 2 back. So that's a pretty worthwhile investment. Ooh, that's real unfortunate for Chaosity.
It's pretty much a free summoner.
Yep.
Truly unfortunate. I don't know. I think it was a 2 for 2 trade. I mean, if I was Draven, I'd be happy, right? 5-0. He's probably got a lot of gold on his name.
Yep. Full Eclipse.
Wow.
Full
We're
Eclipse.
5 minutes in the game.
5 minutes in the game.
Never seen
Alright.
that in my life.
That is truly something. That is, Vi shows some great presence of mind, being in the right place at the right time on every single game.
Absolutely.
And then also holding waves in like the right spot. So now the Gwen only like loses about 3-4 minions total, as opposed to like a full wave. And it was a big cannon wave too, so that's great. Credit where credit's due. Vi is kind of smart in it right now.
Absolutely. That is a jungler I like to see. Got 100% KP, man. I love that.
Do like the aggression.
Absolutely. I mean, he's playing an aggressive champ.
Looks like they're going forward. Defeater doing a lot of damage, but taking a lot in return. Sauce going out. It looks like they're going to try to collapse onto Of the Dawn here. Flashing by Defeater. The shutdown is going to go to the Cassante. Is he going to try and get another one for their time, but it's going to be taken down. That's playing Chaosity. Hanging out in the bottom side river. And now we go back to top side, where it's 2 beefy boys hanging out.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the top lane is, right? Farm, farm, farm.
And without any real combat spells, it's hard for either one of them to kill each other, because XE3O, anytime he gets low, is just going to be pick grit, back to full HP. And Katana in the Hat will probably never get low, because look at how much damage
You see how much damage that comes out through? That's just a Bramble Vest, man.
Bramble Vest plus the spiky shell is just going to make it almost impossible for any melee attacker to do anything to Katana right now. And drag him in. Good damage output. But yeah, now you just
I think
gotta...
it's good. That's as good as it gets on the trade department. I mean...
Nothing really to do in this lane. It's just... Alright, we'll both farm, and then when our team needs us at the drag fight in 7 minutes, we'll be...
You know, it could be interesting. Zac could probably play around this Rammus, because you see the Rammus proxy. Maybe they could set something up to where they can just stomp the top lane. But it seems like it's very bot lane focused right now. That's a big ult.
Big ult, and it looks like Defeater could be dragged out. They're going to go try and continue it on to Dizzy, but might not be able to catch him just yet. SkyJ might be going down, though. Defeater going to be being able to pick up the Thresh. But Of the Dawn is going to be able to pick up Defeater in return. So just a 1-for-1 here. And when you're behind like this, 1-for-1, sometimes that's all you really want. That's all you really need.
That's right. We can see some damage coming through again. This guy just, it's close. And there goes the flash.
Flashing out makes it so that they're able to survive there. It looks like they might be continuing to chase. Then side it out.
Back in here.
And they do have their cell division back up. So they are in a bit of a safe space here. Sky J hanging out, saying hello. I am the support.
So it seems like MCC wants to go for a Rift Herald play here.
Are sending a lot of resources top.
That is right. Let's see if maybe CGC can do anything to get this bot lane going. They did spot Sky J, so they might be looking pretty soon here to make a play.
Yeah, since they know that Thresh is there, they want to try and pull the wave back as much as they can. They crashed it here, maybe hoping to cut them off on the entry into bot lane. Weren't able to quite catch him out. They are looking for some sort of move here. Dizzy is mid lane. Looks like the ultimate's gonna come through for Glitchy Gwen. Wow, a lot of damage going through immediately. Chaosity is in trouble here. It's going to get it. Oh my god.
Really nice
Removed from the game. Hang on.
I mean,
let me check the patch notes real quick. Yep, it does say LeBlanc was removed last patch. So that is correct.
I mean, Glitchy Gwen is just hitting all of his abilities on the tip. He's just playing max range. It's insane.
Yeah, the spacing there was just absolutely perfect.
That's my top laner right there.
That is the top laner right there. Either taking a lot of damage, might be in a bit of trouble here. Up the Dawn does have the ultimate, but isn't going to toss it out. Might not have quite that much damage yet. And after going in deep, the bounce is coming through, but the lantern's going to come through even further. So
Really nice.
it is able to get them out to safety there.
I mean, that's the nice thing about Thresh Draven, right? Draven gets caught out. He's not very mobile, so it's very hard to come out. But if Thresh has a lantern, I mean, that guy's just free. He's free to roam.
And Sky J was smart in moving back further. I think he either saw them on a ward earlier or just had a feeling in their stomach that the Zac was coming. So immediately moves out. Flash forward, the beater using the exhaust on the Up and Dawn, going all out, but is going to make it so that the ultimate from Dizzy misses there. Sky J in a bit of trouble here, might be taken down, but Vi is coming in for the flank, and so is Glitchy Gwen. They are caught out on the side, Peppa trying to cover. Like,
It's not looking that great for Jarvan. Oh, how hits the spear?
Are in a bit of trouble here. It looks like they might kill off Glitchy Gwen.
Still 1v2.
Push it forward.
He's moving back now.
They have the damage.
They do have damage. That's a big shutdown.
Ooh,
Oh my
Chaosity.
goodness.
Just
What is that, 10
barely
HP?
walking out. Just barely walking out with their life. Good turnaround play from CGC there. The idea for the stand aside just goes wide.
Constant action. Top laner's getting hurt. Set's looking hurt. That's the ult coming out.
It's so weird that both turrets are up, and yet Rammus and Set are fighting behind their tier 2.
Oh, and here's Jarvan.
Yep. Vi is here for the fight. Looks like they're trying to push them into Glitchy Gwen, and it's gonna work.
That's a good kill. They don't have to worry about the turtle anymore for a little bit longer.
That's what I like to see. Vi is just pushing the enemy laner into one of their carries, getting them extra gold in that pocket. Looks like Sky
This would be a good pick.
is taken down as well. And get it
They
over
could look
to
for Dragon here.
They knew where Vi was. They have 4 people bot side, so they know that if they are going to fight, they would have to fight only against 3 of them. Looks
He's taking his
Chaosity
time. I didn't know he was going in.
taking some bites out of Chaosity here. Going to pop the clone. So Peppa's still fighting it. I mean, there's still time for both sides to win here. Blue team is able to get it at the end. Dizzy picking up a kill as well, and it looks like Glitchy Gwen is in a bit of trouble here. The entire side of CGC is moving. Lantern is thrown out.
That's gonna be it. Trades 1 for 1.
Ooh, the whirling death doesn't find any low health target. It looks like Uncle Don is gonna try and make some low health targets of his own. He's taking a lot of damage, but his katana in the hat jumping straight onto the ADC is just going to take him down immediately. Play backwards. SkyJ's in danger here.
Interesting attempt from MCC. I mean, you got two of your carries that are dead. In my eyes, I don't go for anything near that. But it is what it is. I mean, MCC is still 3K up. They can still use this to their advantage very well. Seems like all towers are still up.
That's because they are.
Interesting. I know. From an early dominant game, you'd expect at least one of those towers to be gone before 14 minutes, but I am proven wrong.
With how much bloodshed there's been, there should have been like one tower gone. But it just appears like everyone was like, yeah, we can leave it at that HP. It's fine.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
my goodness.
This man has sorcery boots.
Okay. Okay. Revis says okay and takes out half of Set's HP with 2 abilities. Insane.
I mean, if there's any champion who doesn't really care about going down to half HP, it's Set. Because look, he's already healing all the way back up. He's fine. And he's taunted and... Oh.
He's alive. Taking a lot of tower shots. He's hurt.
He's bleeding. That boy is bleeding.
That's right.
Looks like CGC is going to look for a play down on to SkyJ. And try and walk it back here.
The Lantern's down, so now they can start looking for a play.
Ghost used from Dizzy, trying to really start this fight. Ooh, nice good hook. Pulling him into, not quite into turret range, but close. He could just wait out Dizzy's Ghost here. Oh, are able to pull. Dizzy all out on. Wow. Taken down completely. Dizzy is going to pick up 1 kill though. For that, looks like Katana in the hat is trying to fight both LND by and Glitchy Gwen here. But Glitchy Gwen is doing a lot of damage. Yeah, your full Rammus tank doesn't really do much against the full AP damage vector. Looks like Chaos might be looking for buy. Not quite able to pull them off. Dizzy flashing forward.
Nice flash.
A lot of damage.
A lot of damage coming out. Glitchy Gwen. Vex does hurt. I like to see Vex is more of an AP assassin. Here we go again. Walking up. Looking for blood. Can't find anything.
Just hiding it back out, walking it back.
Been fun times.
Yep. Good fun times on the Rift. Everyone's some doing stuff, enjoying themselves, except I think the only person who isn't really enjoying themselves right now is probably XE3O, because that Rammus feels a little toxic.
A little bit.
Alright, that
little strong turtle.
That mimic dash from Blanc is going to get them out, where it was able to take down. Did they able to take down the turret?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
And it's pretty big, opening up mid. Allows him to roam a little bit more free on the map.
Yep.
I see MCC setting up for Dragon.
They did just sight Peppa around the rift pit. So they know that there was no one else with them, so they might want to be a little cautious coming here. Kana and Hack going to get stunned, plays backwards into the team, into the open jaws of 3 members of MCC here. Ooh, a good ulti.
Oh, wow.
The one direction he could really flash, I was able to pick him up, and it looks like Dizzy now in a bit of danger here.
Got caught out.
Jack up this jumper. Stretchy Strike's gonna find Glitchy Gwen. It looks like they're gonna try and take him down. Are gonna be able to get them down in the end. They are dragging them, trying to get them back into the open arms of Draven, but Draven's gonna go down almost immediately. SkyJ now the last standing member It's gonna be a keeper at 5 ace.
I mean, it really just seems like Vex does a lot of damage, and if Vex is out of the fight, then CGC's got it in the bag.
I think that fight was starting to look a little good. It looked like Draven walked up just a little bit too far into the middle of their team, trying to pick off, like tunneled a little bit too hard on the Cassante, who lost a bunch of health for using all out, and then kind of didn't notice the rest of the team there that immediately turned on him and blew him up. My man got turned into a red mist. My man
Very
got
interesting to see CGC's support have more CS than their mid laner.
Well, I mean, the support is the only one really fun, in fairness.
Yeah.
Because it is fasting setup. Alright.
There comes the ult. The ult straight back.
Yep. Knocked up before I can drag.
And Vex is here to clean up.
Once again, Vex is just like, cool, we're gonna fight Rammus again, and you're gonna probably need me. I'm gonna walk over there. If you look at the build on Of the Dawn, already has a full Lord dominance just immediately. Just knows how big of an issue that Rammus is gonna be, and then also to a
Very
lesser...
big pick.
Okay. I thought I had a free minute to talk about...
Absolutely
some
not.
stuff. No. Alright. Cool. Never mind.
Everything's always happening.
I will only talk about
In this
what's
game of
happening.
League of Legends.
Alright, Chaosity gonna warp back just to be safe. Hanging out with their teammates. But yeah, Of the Dawn having that Lord Dominix is gonna make it easier for them to get through Rammus, and also to a lesser extent the Zac, the Cassante. So overall, good item. I would like to see like an Infinity Edge come out from them next, just because it's got that 40% crit if needed now instead of the 60, so they are able to still buy it. Because I think
What was a very dominant early game from MCC has turned into a pretty even game.
still a little bit ahead, only 1.6k gold ahead now. And they are, and the side of CGC does have 2 drags. So it might be a little bit more dragged out. Alright. Looks like the Peter is trying to fight SkyJ. Buys in a bit of danger here, going to be taunted, taking a lot of damage, gonna get themselves out though. It looks like they're all just sort of forming around mid. Draven is gonna try and should be getting some farm up as much as possible, trying to get a bunch of stacks. Because of all that extra damage on ulting could come in useful. Also just because farming is rather important no matter what point in the game you're at. The only time
will go top.
Yeah. The only time farming isn't important in the game is when it's over. That's it.
That's completely true.
Alright, it looks like Katana and the Hatch going on SkyJ, now they're going on 5. Changing target, actually drag them all in. The Haymaker is going to only find one, trying to drag the team out. It looks like CGC is just going to swarm them. Katana and the Hatch going down, Peppa going to sell the vision. Like he's got off here, but Curiosity says, I want some blood, but he might be tasting the own blood in his mouth pretty soon here if he keeps it up. It looks like the Peter, though, is going to be able to pick off one on the side, but is going to get picked off by the Vex.
A lot of trades coming out. It seems that I believe CGC has a bit of a better of a team fight, so spreading out that fight just like that is going to be MCC's bread and butter. Very well disengaged. Chaosity just stepped a little too far forward. Didn't lose his life in the end, but lost a little bit more than that.
Yeah, it started out as a really good start for CGC. They immediately get XE3 out just into a very, very rough position. Not quite close enough to the turret where they can run back to safety, but not like close enough to his team where they can run either way, so they are able to take them down. But when they try to continue to fight forward, it's just fighting into that choke was not really good against Vex, because they all run into the big E, they all run into the full damage of the Q. It's very hard for them to do anything and push it forward. They do manage to pick off a couple in the end. They get XC3O and SkyJ, but they do end up losing 3 members for it.
Looks like we're gonna have a big dragon fight here.
Ooh, Kepler getting picked up, but it looks like everyone is here. Raven is a little bit far from the fight, so it looks like there might be a full team fight in this. Just gonna be taken down. Trying to get
Seemed a little premature.
Yeah, it certainly was. XE3O was still down bot lane, pushing out the way. Raven is still mid. So without knowing where the rest of the team of CGC was, you know that 2 of your members aren't close. So it's a little bit scary to go for anything other than just the stun of the hook to go in. Is a little bit, you know, a little bit greedy.
A little bit. Now
Looks like
we
might be looking for a
CG
dive. Yep. Are gonna go for the dive. Are gonna be able to take them down almost instantly. All that damage coming out from the Senna. Peter taking a lot of damage themselves. Glitchy Gwen and Up and Dawn, the 2 damage dealers versus the Cassante, the mage, the oh never mind, I was gonna start naming roles until he died, but I'll stop now.
It's very interesting to see
Glitchy Gwen.
Nice, caught out.
Face checking there. Looks like Up and Dawn is also going to get taken down here.
Oh, and they're just running through base.
Yeah.
Looking for everyone.
Sun in the Hat did not have the taunt there, but it doesn't matter because he has the damage. Just 1 auto, he's got 4 million range. He can hit you from 3 games away. Now, CGC have recovered from that early game, which is, I've noticed that a bit about CGC. Normally the first game they play, their early game goes a little bit sideways, just as they're like sort of getting warmed up back into it. But normally, by the end of it, they really let their talent shine through. And all right, I really shouldn't have started talking. I think I cursed Lizzie there. I'll be honest. Part of me thinks that's my fault. That was probably my fault, but they do tend to form up and like find the right line.
No, you're right. I mean, from previous experience playing with CGC against CGC, they do seem to have some troubles early game, especially on game 1. They seem to always bring it back, so yeah, pretty much expected from this side. You know, very talented players, definitely know what they're doing, and with a meta that's very late game favorited, fits very well to CBC.
Alright, Peter trying to hand over the crab, but Cassidy said, no, I'm going top lane, you can have it, I don't care. Fine, all hooked up. And, you know, we're starting 5-0-1 as Draven. It's now kinda, it's not been able really to push that lead forward.
Right.
Not quite able to do that. But the Vex pick, 13-4-7. And it's good that Vex is the most fed member because that is their only source of AP damage.
Right.
That's the only way they're going to be able to kill this like Rammus and like Cassante, because they're all itemizing towards armor right now. You got a Sunfire tape, you got, I guess Gargoyle does pull, but a lot of itemization, like caught out here. Feeder in a bit of danger, but it's going to go all out and drag Of the Dawn to the opposite side of the map. Good flash, going to keep Of the Dawn alive. That Gargoyle Storm Play going to do a lot, not quite enough. And it looks like LFD buys going to say bye-bye to his life. SkyJ finding a really good hook on Chaos, but not going to be able to keep them down. Ooh, I thought that hit.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, right?
It was just a little short.
That looked pretty good to me. I've seen blitz hooks that were way off that and they still hit.
Listen, I've seen blitz hooks rotate 270 degrees the right way, so that's fine.
You could look for a Baron play. It's a little late now, but I mean, with respawn timers this big, if a jungler's gone, an objective's gone.
Could look. If they are on the side of CGC, they could look to just wait until the dragon's up and sort of force the side of MCC here to make a decision. Do we want to give Baron or do we want to give Dragon? They reasonably could complete either objective with just like 2 or 3 members of their team.
Absolutely.
He's gonna find some damage on the Glitchy Gwen, but Glitchy Gwen's gonna find a bit more damage. Lasagna's Hourglass coming out. Tesla's gonna find themselves in a world of hurt right now. So is Katana and the Hat gonna be taken down in the Cell division. Hey, you said a juggler being gone means an objective gone. Well, I think I know which objective is getting claimed here.
There we go.
LMD by and SkyJ already on the way through. It looks like Glitchy Gwen gonna head back to stop the 2 members on the bot side.
Looks like Cassandra's going to try to take Soul for his team here. Good play. If he can take it quick, I think it'll be worth it. And
he does it rather slowly, though.
Right. As a tank, you know, not a lot of damage is going to come through on objectives, but
it looks like they might be on the way. Will it be close enough? It's at 4K
It'll be really
health
big if
right
they can
now.
get there.
They are gonna get there.
They're gonna get there in time.
Yes. It looks like the Peter's gonna try and make it on his way out. Glitchy Gwen, the XP3O, and SkyJ are gonna take him down. Red team takes the Dragon as well. He didn't quite have the damage to finish it off. And Vi went over to go and try and fight the other team. Realized the entire enemy team was there and said, alright, never mind, I'll see you later.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, fair enough. My bad, Chief, my bad. Alright. So a good objective control there.
Looks like this side of CBC is coming online.
Yep, is able to come online and do a good amount here. I mean, right now this game is pretty volatile. Even though MCC has this big Baron buff, a solid lead. I mean, right now, if either side dies, it could mean the end of the game because there are no turrets for MCC right now.
That's right. I mean, with respawn timers being probably at around 50-60 seconds now, one big fight could end the whole game. Just as you said, I think we're going to find one right here in mid. Looks like Zach's going to look for a jump.
Yeah, it looks
Maybe
like
not.
they're all forming up around mid. They saw that Jarvan and Vex were down bot side, so...
Very interesting. We had a 3-2 formation. 2 on the bot lane, 3 in the mid lane. The only problem with having 3 in the mid lane is wherever Vex is in, it's going to be problems.
Yeah, Rammus can just move there and stop anything that you have going on. Chaosity looking for something. Alright. Looks like Vi and Glitchy Gwen are just hanging out. It looks like the entire team is trying to collapse onto Chaosity here, but the problem is it's a LeBlanc. They don't get collapsed on. They leave.
That's right. LeBlanc has a lot of mobility. You're not going to catch that easily.
It's like that meme of the guy holding up the peace sign and then vanishing. It's just that. It's like this takes a lot of damage. The Peter going in, trying to keep all out and take something down. Will they find damage? The Peter is still alive. Chaosity is able to take down SkyJ on the backside of the fight. Looking like taking him down. Peter has going to be able to find up the Dawn there and take them down. Vi is going to be taken down as well, and now it's Glitchy Gwen versus the world, but he's going to be taunted up, and the last thing he's going to see is the face of an okay.
Okay, says Rannis. Yeah, in that game. I mean, that's insane, right? Builds Jack show, he has Sunfire, he has Stormmail. The amount of damage that comes through, especially against the AD, you just can't do anything about it.
Yeah, they were not able to pen that front line wall. Defeater jumped in and then was able to live for so long.
Unfortunately, MCC couldn't convert their early lead into a win, but we're going to get into game 2 and we'll see what happens.
Yep, we'll see you all then.
I'll be funneling.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Game 2 of MCC versus CGC.
Who dares
So
defy
looks like
my
we had
will?
a side swap here with MCC opting for blue this time. And it looks like we also had a role swap, perhaps, because I see Of the Dawn and Glitchy Gwen have swapped places on the list. I don't know if that's because
Life is too short for fear.
just accidentally swapping in
Fine.
lobby, or if they've actually swapped
Sharpening my
roles this time
feathers.
around. But we'll see.
I would like to see a world swap.
A role swap? You think it'd be interesting? You think
Yeah,
it'd be
I
spicy?
think that'd be interesting.
I would like to see my chips get here at some point, but
Change is always good. Always. Just kidding. Oh, and we're back
Okay.
at the lobby. Woohoo!
all right. Looks like we have some technical difficulties here.
Seems like it.
What has happened? Oh, the feeder's back. Ah, we're back in
I'll
the
be
game.
funneling.
Woohoo!
They didn't
Welcome
swap.
back.
It looks like they didn't swap in the
Who
lobby.
dares
So,
defy my will?
Yeah, I guess that actually might be it.
Rest.
we might have
Come on, I won't
Glitchy
hurt
Gwen
you.
bot side.
I promise.
Life is too short for fear.
Indeed.
Fine.
Pretty standard bands.
Sharpening my feathers.
CGC opting to ban Jarvan this time.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a
So-
classic Kale.
Okay, that's just accidentally locked in the wrong champ. Alright, so it's Mordekaiser Kale. We got Kane, Gragas.
Gragas
Yeah.
jungle.
Yeah, we do see a lot of Gragas coming around. We've seen a lot mid with Gragas. Good champ. Ego Bomba.
Bomba. Gragas go bomba.
Yes, sir.
I want a turn.
We will not see an Annie
I
this
was
game.
certain.
Nope, no Annie. Annie is gone. That's probably why they had to remake. not only did they not mean to pick it, it was also banned. It's like twofold.
No one
I
likes
do not
Annie.
tolerate cowardice.
Alright.
Annie is illegal. If you play
I
Annie,
wish.
you're actually banned.
Pike! Pike 80 carry!
Is it Pike 80 carry? Are we sure it's
I
Pike 80
mean-
carry?
I mean, what, we're talking about CGC here, right?
Okay, yeah, you're right. I forgot who we were playing
Right,
with for a second.
right.
To be fair, these are the guys who just played Cassante support.
That's right.
These
Pike
are the same
Alistar.
dudes.
I'm excited. Pike Alistar, I'm excited.
Bro, why are you excited for Pike Alistar, but you weren't hyped for Senna Cassante?
Dude, Cassante is like not fun.
What do you
right?
mean? You don't like the
Alistar
mage,
is a
bruiser,
great
tank,
champion.
80 carry, jungler?
Absolutely not. If you listen,
Yeah?
yeah, that's it, man.
Okay,
I mean,
alright.
that's it. No, dude, listen, Pike is a great champion, right? He
I
has an
agree.
execute button. I love that.
Yes, he does.
Love that for him. Alistar, funny. You go Bert, he knock up. He. Pike pull, Pike execute. Everyone's dead, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't that just sound like fun?
Mm,
Probably not for MCC though.
No. Executes are always annoying. It doesn't matter how like cool the champ is. If they got an execute, that immediately makes them more annoying. Just cause like anytime I don't know what Do you feel the same way with executes just being absolutely like the bane of your existence?
I think when you get killed by an execute, it feels terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But when you kill someone with an execute, it feels really, really good.
Yeah. One person gets very, very happy, and the other person gets very, very sad.
That's very right. And we also have a very scaly comp coming from CGC. Looks like they're going for the long game. Maybe they want to invade again. Maybe they want to fail again, and then they take the game
That's the strategy.
away.
It's like the Rocky strategy. They get hit in the
Yeah.
head a couple times.
You make them think they're gonna win, right?
Yeah.
And then you take it all away from them.
CGC down 15 kills. We got them right where we want them, boys. But hey, to be fair, they've never failed to come back from something
That's
like
right.
that. So
That's right.
I guess it might actually be part of the strategy. Who knows? All right. So Kale Mordekaiser. Do you think Kale is gonna survive in this lane?
If Kale just sits back and farms like a Kale should, I think Kale should be
Mhm.
fine.
Like, I mean, level 1, they can trade pretty aggressive because the
Yeah,
damage from
right.
that E is surprisingly a lot.
A lot of damage. That's and people underestimate that a lot. So we'll see. Maybe Kale actually gets some early lead here. I'm curious to see where Kane's gonna opt for. I like my mid lane. Very, very versatile. Oh my goodness. Volatile.
Some of those were
Versatile.
words.
That only some of them.
Yeah.
So mid might be tempting. Bot lane is very tempting for me. If I was a jungler, I'd be staring down that bot lane like, oh, it's a nice lane to gank for sure.
I can hear you. I can hear you drooling over there. You're just like,
Yes, I
it's
am.
like-
I'm
it's
very
like-
excited.
It's like staring at a nice meal. You're just like,
Yeah, man, that's free
Mid-lane.
dinner right there. That's free dinner for sure. That is if they can land their abilities, so we'll see. 10 seconds. I'm ready. I'm also curious where Gragas is going to play this. Could shut down the Kale. Go for that pressure top lane.
Mhm.
Play for those
Sure.
Rift Heralds. Two Ashen
Alright.
skins coming out. You love to see that.
Who has the better Ash?
Probably Pike.
Yeah.
Sorry to my
Pike more.
Mordekaiser fans. I like Pike's better.
What about the Pantheon? You like the Pantheon?
I
one?
love the Pantheon one.
What about
Pantheon one
Silas?
makes me happy. I have the Silas one, so I can't be mad about that.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Are we going to see another? Are we going to see another invade?
With these teams, I don't think so.
Well,
I mean,
30
Pike.
seconds until minions
Ah.
spawn.
Oh man, is it gonna happen again?
Is it gonna be?
Look at this setup. I love this setup. I think they've learned their lesson. Yeah,
MCC is just.
I think CGC has learned their lesson. I don't think they want to take this one. I could be wrong, but it does seem like they're gonna play back.
Minions have spawned.
I would have loved to see that again, though.
It's a complete mess of a fight.
Oh
right
yeah,
now,
I
level one.
love it. It's like playing Earth, you know. Everyone runs to top and starts killing each other.
Why is that a thing in Earth? Like, how does that become the agreed upon rule, where it's always top lane?
Oh, I don't know, man. The League community, interesting group of people, you know.
All right, and it looks like we're just gonna see a pretty much a solo clear from the side of from Peppa here. they're already doing their Raptors, and then going to do the Krugs, and then they'll probably go red buff and then work their way down. Looks like Glitchy Gwen finding themselves in a spot of danger here, getting engaged on by Defeater and Dizzy. But they're just gonna trade the damage back as best they can. Trading it there.
Here's the problem I have with Pike, Alistar. 0 damage early game.
What do you mean? Did you see all the stuff they did early? They just almost killed.
Nope, I didn't see it, and that means I don't believe it.
All right.
Oh,
okay,
and here comes the early aggression from Kale. Look at how much damage. See, you gotta respect that, man. That's just unbelievable.
Dashing forward, but dashing into a bit of a dangerous spot there.
And that's
Okay.
flash, and that's the first blood.
The flash auto from Ari to pick up the first kill. Let's go. Peppa going to be ganking X3O in return.
Wow.
Blade Reach is going to take them down there. But it looks like bot lane is stabilized. Glitchy Gwen and Sky J going to just use the range advantage to try and bully Dizzy and Defeater back onto their turret.
As they should.
Secret Service minion getting in the way of the hook once again. Get down, Mr. Nautilus. Alright. But it looks like there's not going to be a minion for that one, but nothing's really going to come of it either. Ton and the Hat going to get their recall canceled here, but are just going to be able to walk it just straight back out.
He's not on the bottom side of the map. Junglers are playing opposite sides.
They could look for maybe something down bot just to get some of that orb progression for their Florm, but I don't know if they go bot if there will actually be anything to come of it. Dizzy does know there's a ward in the bush now because he's not restoring health. That is something to note. Ooh, the flash pulverized.
It's
Never
on.
stunned. Yeah,
But straight for Glitchy Gwen.
gonna be taken down. Defeater picking up the kill there. But there's gonna be 2 flashes, and Ignite and an Exhaust used for that play.
A lot of summoners. All
gotta
summoners, actually.
Yeah, they gotta make it work somehow.
I mean, hey, they got Glitchy Gwen out. She's gonna be losing this cannon wave.
Oh, looks like Skyday is able to actually pick up the cannon. So the cannon gold doesn't go to waste.
It's always nice to see.
Okay, so look for some sort of play here. Skyday just getting dragged in, looking for a hook. Ooh, the wall does make it so Dizzy doesn't get pulled backwards, just getting colliding with the wall instead. Ooh, up to Dawn, finding a nice charm. Peppa's back up here saying, I want to be Ross. I'm gonna fight you 45 times. Tom Ross.
And loves this Mordekaiser.
Like Grags might be moving down looking for a gank. Position is good. They can find the angle. Oh. It's not gonna, yeah, it's not gonna land. Ooh.
Nice
So it looks like all of the hair stuff is gonna land. It does take quite a bit of damage though.
There's the no damage coming out. I mean, listen. That was a Jinx on the other side of that. I think that knowledge is dead, right?
Oh, I thought if you said Jinx got hooked. I was like, I don't know. I guess technically that play doesn't ever happen if it's not Pike Alistar.
Hey man, Pike jungle, Alistar jungle, I've seen it. I've seen it all.
Alright, it looks like Sky J's healed back all the way pretty much up to full. Dizzy looking for an angle, gonna pull her in, and it's gonna be taken pretty much down almost completely. Defeater taking the kill once again. Not handing any of the gold over to Dizzy. Town in the Hat is now level 6, so they are just gonna try and press this forward. They now have the range, so they've survived the lane, and not only survived, they're in a winning position right now. Got an assist, got 13 farm up. Good. now they're just going to be as aggressive as they want. Okay, almost got killed for it. Never mind. I will stop cursing every play in this game.
I really like the aggression coming out from CGC. It works. It works in their favor. You see Kane coming mid here. Doing a little bit of damage to Ari.
That's going through.
Okay, wow.
It's a good play. It was nice. I liked it. I like that. The orb. Just finding him. That could still fight it. Could take a lot of damage. Wow.
A lot of damage.
Gonna get chunked down pretty hard, but of the dawn, out of mana, can't really do anything more here. So,
Dawn trying to shove the wave in.
yeah, just shoving
Nice
it in
little
and then
reset.
recall.
Yeah.
If I was Chaosity here, I'd let the turret break that plate, just so of the dawn doesn't get that first plate gold, because
Alright.
it was close. So it looks like he's just gonna push it out all the way.
This game seems a little more tame.
Yep. Ooh, smart play by Defeated to help get themselves out of there. Wing to the minion to run away. And Katana in the hat, just doing the full combo, but kind of tickling the Mordekaiser. Oh, the exhaust is coming out, Ignite coming out. Dizzy is trying to chase it forward. Katana in the hat though.
Opposite side gangs.
He's gonna be in a bit of danger. The execute is going to take one out. Is it gonna
double kill?
Red team's double kill.
Yes. But it looks like they are able to trade Dizzy's life back in return. So some gold back into the pockets of MCC here. Looks like CGC is just going to start off that drag. The Dawn is here. They do know about it. They can see how low Peppa is. Ooh, the movement speed from the E. And he is just going to be taking it down. The charm going just wide because of that movement speed.
Got a Kanal too. You ain't touching me for at least 3 seconds.
Yeah, if that charm comes out and actually connects Peppa there, I think Peppa dies, but wasn't able to land the crucial ability. They're looking for Groupie Glen once again. The Prowler's Claw not going to be able to find the stun onto that. But it looks like
he's in
Disney's
trouble.
Yes. But it also looks like Sky J is also in for a world of hurt because they're being dragged into the enemy team as well here. Ultimate needs to come out from... Oh, I guess he's still has ultimate up.
Peppa's still alive. That guy's just running around on 3 HP. He's not even Rost yet.
He does have the Darkin available to him though, so once he goes back, they'll be able to change into the Darkin form, which will make them even more of a, oh wow, he survived with 2 HP again, champ. That's great.
My favorite.
Alright, XE3 just doing a little bit of quick trades.
Very interesting though. We've been seeing a lot of Kings go assassin lately, so I'm curious if he's gonna just go standard Ross build or maybe do a little bit of a hybrid.
I think he'll probably end up being a standard Ross build because at this point he's the only member of the team who's in the front line. Literally Glenn taking way too much damage there.
It's a nice little Alistar knockup.
Yeah. And also the Prowler's Claw, just so much damage. Okay. Okay, Sky J trying to look through the turret. Not quite gonna work that the way they wanted it to. And it looks like Dizzy might flashes out
Yeah,
to
the
get him
flash for that
alive.
one.
Ooh,
Nice
and
shutdown coming out.
the ulti from downtown gonna be taking out the Alistar. Looks like Dizzy's just being forced to run away. Grags is here. I guess could still look to do something. Stopping the recall with the tap. Ooh, Charm gonna go just wide, but Cassie's not gonna be able to find the stun as well. But the Vanguard's edge is going to take him down once in
You gotta
a
love
row.
Aurelia ult too. It's pretty much like a free 1v1. I mean, you are not getting out of that. Can you ult out of that? You can, right? Azari?
Yes, you can, but you will get.
You're gonna go
slowed.
slow.
Because it used to like do a bunch of weird stuff where it had like disarm and like stop. Okay, and kind of just does that. Cool.
Mordekaiser is no more.
Just attacked 14 million times. Death by 1,000 cuts. Yeah, I mean, Irelia used to do a lot of weird stuff, and then they were like, Irelia is too strong, and the 5 movement speed nerf didn't fix it, so I guess we'll remove all this weird stuff your ult does. And then that kind of fixed it, so. Because it used to be, like, even worse, because, like, the disarm made it so you couldn't auto-attack, so if you were also, like, fighting her top lane, you just wouldn't be able to do anything at all for, like,
That's
the start of the fight. So you couldn't move, you couldn't dash away, you couldn't attack back. It was just kinda cringe. Spike's gonna go wide. Up the Dawn is here. They could look for a play. Dizzy is doing the dive right now. They do know where he is. They look for an angle here, but Katana in the hat being brought into the Death Realm, being taken off to Brazil. The good flash going to keep him alive a while longer, but it looks like on the opposite side of the fight, they're going on to defeat her, the Alistar with ultimate. They're gonna try and kill him, but he takes 4 damage. Alright.
Oh, this is getting low. One auto attack.
Or one ultimate. Ooh, defeater is able to trade one back. Sky Jade, good flash there to keep themselves alive. I mean, both teams right now are just doing these dives and then flashing out right at the perfect time. Dizzy's done it, Sky Jade's done it.
Good double kill for the bot lane. Really big shutdown for Jinx there.
Yeah, Jinx getting back to the game, getting a turret, all that fun stuff. Got a lot of gold from the Rift Herald, getting them all those turret plates. Blaze Reach gonna knock up XP there, but nothing's gonna come of it. And first turret gold going over to Jinx is very good. They do have a full Gale Force, and they have the Zeal there. Alright. Bye and up the Dawn, hanging out mid. I mean, this game, I feel like the jungler, I feel like I'm not feeling as much of the presence of the junglers this game. They do know where
Definitely
Chaosity
not. Doesn't really seem like the mid laners. Oh,
is. Last
maybe
game it
looking
felt
for a
like
picker.
it felt like last game the pace was dictated by Peppa and Vi.
Absolutely.
And then this game it feels more so the pace is dictated by the laners, and Peppa and Vi are just like supports pretty much. Ooh, the explosive cat's gonna go out to Peter trying to find a way. Just went not quite able to stick there.
Nice still alive. Execute. You gotta love that execute. And he's still executing. There might be a pennant here.
Go.
Maybe through the hook.
Just going.
Waiting.
Not quite enough.
As a quadra.
Quadra.
Oh my goodness.
Good flash. Good flash to deny the pen.
That was an amazing flash. Don't let him have it.
Never give it up. There are two camps of people when it comes to defenses. There are the camps of people who are like, yeah, we should just let him have it. And then there's the smart people. Never give it to him. They don't work for it.
Are you kidding me? If he's employing every single summoner for this penna, he doesn't deserve it. That's a very good play though from the side of CGC. They're gonna play around that execute probably throughout the rest of this game. Especially with Kale, I mean, this team, just too much. There's a lot of damage output.
And if a crucial member, if Dizzy gets in a bad spot from the ultimate, he does have a tail ultimate to burn him out like you said. So that could be an angle right there. Pop that Kale ulti on them and then use the Pike ulti to deliver it into the middle. Well, if they can.
I just realized the feeder has Night Harvester, and that's why he does a lot of damage.
Yeah. Dizzy
I
is
mean,
also-
I don't know what's happening in this game.
this,
dude.
this is a wild game. I'll be
This is a-
honest with
This is a game for sure.
This is interesting, to be sure. This is emphasis on the interesting.
Yeah,
Both sides,
yeah. Interesting.
both sides are just like, what's the wackiest thing I could do? Cassante sport. Yeah, sure.
What is a board? Alistar
what could-
Night Harvester. I like Alistar bot lane. Like, this is amazing. I love this.
We'll play Gragas here into their team. Okay, sure, yeah. Cool. We'll do the Bomba combo.
Bomba combo.
So is the Night Harvester Gragas, is that like the normal thing right now?
Night Harvester on Drax? Yeah, that's pretty normal.
So you don't go like, whatever that item's called? The dash one?
A Hex Tech.
Yeah.
Blue team's
You
turret
can,
has
if that's like, if you're going full AP, Hex Tech is definitely the way to go. If you're going for more of a cruiser style, Night Harvester is probably your best bet.
Alright. It looks like Katana in the Hat is just going to fight them on the side lane.
Yes. Press
Ultimate-
R, live forever. Woohoo!
Ultimate will let him get out. The feeder.
The feeder's in a tough spot right now.
He's just walking back and forth. Absolutely
You gotta
nowhere
go
to
somewhere. You gotta go somewhere, Defeater. Come on.
He's going in there. He's like, how did I get here?
I guess they get Reptile for it, which is, you know, something.
Bro, that's like me when I click a point on my map and then I alt tab to go find a YouTube video and it takes too long to find the YouTube video.
Oh man.
But hey, listen, I respect it. No minion wave. So I guess they were just looking for a dive, but the minion wave just died way too fast, so they
Way
couldn't actually do anything. Oh, Peppa looking for Of the Dawn. The charm is gonna make it so that they don't take too much damage here. They are gonna take a decent chunk here. I mean, Glitchy Gwen doesn't have the ghost available to them. Oh. So it's gonna go wide. The death charge is
Wow.
okay.
That's a lot of damage.
That Alistar.
That's a lot of damage from Alistar.
Not in the hat taking a lot of
Cal
damage.
doesn't
Well,
have all. They have to be careful here.
yeah.
Never mind, they don't have to be careful. They're just gonna go in and there's an execute. And there's another one. There's a third one. Is it coming out? No, you just gotta take him out. Window comes out, they're gonna be taking a lot of mid turrets here. Maybe possibly to an inhib.
Good push it all the way. Oh, Glitchy Gwen gonna grab Katana.
Love that. Love that.
You guys want to all stack up together? That just makes the target bigger, bro. That's all it is. Alright. They are able to get it all the way in. But Peter might be able to pick off on the Dawn here. I don't know how none of those traps actually found anyone.
Wow.
Trading it back.
They might be able to go Baron here if they decide to. They want it.
Cassidy is in the bot side jungle.
He is
right now.
low.
Yep, and they are pinging for the play on.
Probably gonna go bot. Just gonna take the back instead.
Yeah. Just gonna. Oh, never mind. Might just. Not gonna actually reset. They do know they are on the battle.
Hextech gates are up. Makes it a little bit easier for CGC to get back into this before Baron dies. They're all respawning now.
They're gonna have to turn and fight the Irelia and the. Oh,
Kale is going.
that Kale open comes out early, so Chaosity is now in a bit of danger here. Gonna be taken down by Axie 3-0, but now Katana in the Hat. They're trying to continue to fight forward, and the rest of CGC is here, and it looks like they're caught out on the side. The execute comes down. That fight doesn't even have Axiom Heart yet, and now we're gonna watch the Baron happen again. This time CGC is gonna do it. They also don't do it really fast because Alistar plus Pike don't really have that sort of damage in the comp. They don't got that sort of that sort of gumption, you know.
Maybe. That's an interesting word choice.
What do you mean? You never heard?
No,
of
no,
gumption?
I like it. We have Hextech Drake up now, so they're probably just gonna go straight there. I mean, with mid and hip down, they're gonna have to be in base for a little bit, clearing out those super minion waves.
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna need to close the game out relatively quickly here, because if they just let Jinx free farm onto these super waves, where they're just constantly pushing it down, they just actually find an angle, like they found on by here. It's gonna get in.
Right, Dizzy
Really,
becomes
really
irrelevant. He just falls off at the end of the day. Kale is still a problem, but I think Jinx, as long as Jinx gets peeled and has a good front line, she can do a lot of work. So
You have to look for the ultimate onto the whatever it's called, the dragon. My brain is fried. I'll try to think of words, and I'm actually slowly losing my mind.
all right, return to second grade. Kale is hit tower. Kale hit tower.
Me good. Kale good.
Kane run.
Kane run.
CGC run. Team run.
Big fight. CGC hit. Big fight. Just to revert to caveman. Alright. Looks like he's looking for an angle on the XP here.
Oh,
Time and a half
for the 1v1.
Yep, bringing the wave in to bot side turret.
Look at the barrel. They might be looking to see bot. They don't have a mini wave anymore.
They can kind of just fight this sort of weird angle and keep looking for Dizzy to grab literally anyone.
They do have very buff super minions. I
do.
mean,
if Squishy Gwen gets grabbed here, it could be really, really bad for them. Ooh, an ultra coming out. Actually, Trio is going to be taken down by Mike. The death from below. Speeder taking a lot of damage, but the Gale ultimate is going to keep them alive. Up the Dawn going to get blown up almost immediately.
she went still up.
Yeah,
She went still up.
Dizzy not quite able to
She
find the
went still up.
angle.
She went still up. Oh, Kale. Kale.
It was a close fight, but at the end it looks like CGC won it out. And it looks like they're just going to close out this game nicely quick here. That fight, 17 kills, huh?
Man, something else, man. Dizzy on his ADCs is something else. I don't know. Does this guy practice this? Like,
They really put something in the water at Disney's house. That's all I'm.
I don't know, man. This guy's different.
Just put it in the water. All right. Well, so I think with that means 2-0 to CGC for this week.
That's
but
right.
they were two actually really fun games. Pretty close.
Very
Especially
entertaining.
that first one, I thought for the majority of it, I thought MCC was actually going to win.
Definitely had a chance.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for watching. I suppose we'll see you all next week.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you to Emmy for casting with me.
Of course.
Thank you all for everything. So we'll see you then. Peace.
Goodbye.